Once you've done this page, then you go down here to create on the bottom right, and that will lock in everything we've just done. Then you go over to contract, and down the bottom of contract, you've got quote novated PDF print, and that's going to bring up a PDF. You're probably best saving it straight away before you actually go through anything with the customer, just so that you know that you've actually got it somewhere so you can email it. And this quote outlines everything that we have entered into Catch E for the driver. So it's got here that it's a 36-month lease, annual salary of $100,000, and they're doing 15,000 kilometres per year of annual travel. It's breaking down the vehicle details, including what state it's registered in. If there's any options, they'll appear here. Colour, if they have a colour preference. If not, then leave it blank, or it could just say metallic, that you've quoted metallic. And then down here, you've got the finance information. So you've got the FBT base value, important for their employer. Amount financed, so the purchase price less GST. The residual value, and the effective interest rate on the deal, so that they know how much, what the effective interest rate is to them, or otherwise known as the customer rate. Pay cycle, this one is set at fortnightly. It can be altered. So back here on the contract tab, when you're in here, the pay cycle is here. So if they're actually monthly or weekly, you can update that here simply by going down to this right-hand side and pressing edit, and just alter that, save it, and reprint. Here is a breakdown of the budgeted running costs that we have for the customer. They're reflected fortnightly, so whatever pay cycle they're going with is what they'll reflect as. This total cost is just the collation of all of these running costs. And down here it does say that exclusions are roadside assistance. Typically, if there is a manufacturer's roadside assistance, it will show as an exclusion. And then over here, we have a breakdown of the pre and post tax. So you've got the post tax amount that negates FBT, and then you've got the pre-tax amount, which is the remainder of their deductions. Then further down, we have outlined here are our savings. So the customer's income tax savings per year essentially is the difference, you'll see down here in their salary breakdown. It's the difference between their current salary and their salary under a novated lease. Then you've got here the total tax savings over the term. It's taking that 2912 and putting it over the full 3 years. The result of the novated lease on their take-home pay is highlighted here. That is a calculation of their current salary and their novated salary. It's essentially telling them what their reduction to take-home pay would be if they compared it to their pay slip today. And then, as mentioned, this is your salary breakdown. So this is their current salary. If they purchase the vehicle on standard finance under the same arrangement, so same interest rate with a residual value, assuming the same car, this is how much we estimate the vehicle would cost per fortnight, versus the novated lease, which you've got here the pre-tax component, the reduction in income tax and the reduction in their take-home pay, plus their post-tax amount here. So it's reflecting that they will have, let's say, roughly about $150 more in their pocket per fortnight if they novated it versus standard personal finance. Over here we have disclaimers. It's essentially stating that we estimate the salary breakdown. We don't take into account any additional deductions such as additional super contributions, child support, HECS or student loans. If a customer wants to know more information about that, they can refer to their payroll or to their accountant. And then over here is where we have dispelled a few myths, comparing apples. So looking at how a novated lease will work for you and how we differ from our competitors. So we provide the customer with a quote that is as transparent as possible. We don't hide anything. We don't hide any insurance. If the customer is after some additional information that's not broken down on the quote, that's information that we're more than happy to provide. And then down here is just in terms and conditions with regards to how long the quote is applicable for, that the allocations are estimates only. Any surplus money will go back to them via payroll. or can be used in another vehicle, and essentially breaking down what their requirements are. Here, if the customer's happy to proceed, they'll sign here and they'll get their employer to countersign it to accept the novated lease, but also accept that they're willing to provide the novated lease. And then all of this is sent across to Carbon once the customer is happy to go. And that's catchy for Novated Saver.